Okay. I thought we'd do some Boken work. So let's bow in with, okay? Oh, yeah, just bowing in. There's several things, right? I mean, you can combine the styles. One here, and the major thing you're doing is, for example, here, it's ready to use as a weapon. So most people, Japanese culture, the sword is right-handed, right side. Okay, so you don't want to grab that. So obviously you put the blade towards you. Okay. The other one, for example, here, it's ready to be drawn on the left side, right hand. So you put it on your right side, blade towards you. Okay. All right. This is what we're going to use. Okay. And if you go somewhere, I mean, they may have their own thing there, Okay. So you pay attention and you pick it up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What I thought we'd do today, because, I realized we've never covered it, is the triangle, circle, square. Okay. With the sword. We've done basic shibori cut. We'll probably do some of that. But everybody up. And what we're going to do is we have this thing here. So come in over there. Okay. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do here. Okay. And come on in. So we yeah, okay. Right about here. Yeah. He comes with a cutting motion. So man. Okay. All right. Okay. Now the triangle. That motion. Oh, there's another one, but yeah. Okay. Now we're jamming this. Up the line. The turning of the hips. He grabs my wrist. The turning of the hips. Yeah. Okay. That's probably the most basic one. If he's coming in, I don't have a sword here. It's like boom. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's pair up. Start with the triangle. Anthony, make sure you draw all the way. Okay. It works anyway, but raise up. Yeah. Other than that, sometimes you're kind of playing tag. Okay. Okay, good. And boom. Okay. Also, it's also a triangle going to that net. But one of the major things here, the gravity. Happy feet, huh? Huh? Turning of the hips. Okay, now, if you come on in this one. Move. 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 The triangle doesn't stop. 4. All right. It's triangle motion. I can't get into the turn without the triangle. It turns the circle, right? Then we can go forward or we can continue that turn. Okay? All right? Okay, good. Okay, now, right there, for example. Setting. Somebody may after a while try to track you. Okay, in other words, I moved over there. Second you set, you give them a target. On the other hand, you know, I'm setting to run, and that's the tension. Okay, so it's very important right here. It's not a rushed motion. The triangle doesn't stop. The triangle doesn't stop. You see that feeling right there? So there's no set to do it. Okay? Right? Okay, all right. Now the triangle has a, you know, that's a triangle also. Okay. They're both triangles. Okay. And you could categorize them. If I'm a little late, I'll form. See right here, I can be second and come in first. Here, you don't make that mistake. Right? Okay. Now that one is an important one because it's not a reaction to his attack. Picking up the intention of his attack. You're actually moving first. You see? By the time you react to the attack, the triangle is just, you know, like right here. Okay. Now here, for example, that's just a, these are primary. If you're going to create a universal series of cookies, okay, you got a triangle cutter and a dough, and a circle cutter and a square cutter. We're doing triangle right now. Okay, and we put these down, and he comes in over here. And this motion is triangle. Okay. it doesn't make any sense right here, you know. Full extension. Okay. So a lot of times, you know, we do the initiating style. There is energy coming in, but you're not waiting for it to go this way. Okay. So right here, as he's coming in, boom. Okay. The other thing is full raise. There's a tendency here. Now, if you're, all right. I think every time Sadaharu stepped in the battler's box, he studied sword. He was thinking, homework. And then strike two, he might be thinking, make contact with the conscious if they hang one. Homework. There's that feeling that way. He studied with O Sensei. Okay, so one of the things here, as he's cutting, he is thinking home run. Okay. And right about there, I'm the pitcher, so strike three. Okay, you see that feeling a little bit right there. We're not playing baseball, but there's a sense of spirit where you're kind of like this, you know, think home run. All right. And, got me that time. All right, okay. So let's continue with this form of the triangle. Huh. Yeah. So do you get the timing on that one? Because, you know, in a sense, you know, the whole initiation first doesn't make any sense unless you understand this. You see what I mean? If you're coming in this direction, see, I can, you know, from whatever. Now we just shifted to the circle. Okay. And it's just coming. Yeah. Now we just shift to the circle. Now here we were the square. We're going to go into the circle and the square. Okay. Is that a little clearer? I mean, it's somewhat advanced theory. All right. Well, and it's interesting. I sort of, Shikiguchi Sensei kind of emphasized the Shochikubai, triangle, circle, square. Shochikubai, plum, bamboo, triangle, circle, square, instead of like a set. Okay. You know, if you're coming in this direction, then you know, whatever the movement, then come on. You know, or converse it without going. I mean, those are primal archetypes or patterns of energy. Okay. So I just realized the other day that, I mean, you know, we should cover them. Because that's a template for the body movement. Some of the body movements don't make sense unless you get a sense for the underlying architecture of them. Okay, all right. Cool. Okay, now, Paul, one thing that I kind of want you to do. Okay. Wingspan. Wingspan without poking him in the face. Okay. Okay, so right here. Here's what the warriors need. you're a shot blocker. What they have. You see that extra?
Yeah.
But see right here, you know, boom, boom, right? You're coming in that way, but boom, like this. Now here, what you'll find is I'm in a square position.
Yeah.
That means you finished at the rim, don't you? Okay. Now after a while, like boom. And if I don't get it, you're looking for me, which
Yeah.
makes you less efficient.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the other thing about Bill Russell, you know, it's not the shots he blocked, it was the shots he changed here. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that reason, yeah, okay. Now what does that translate in? Okay, now he comes in this straight grip here. That change. And that change is not rushed up everything. In your hip. Here. Okay, all right. Okay. Now let's line up again this stuff. Okay, there. Give me a little bit more. Oh. Easy. In essence, the energy itself is formless, but we give it a form in order to learn about it. Okay. Hmm. If, for example, he starts to track me, you have a little last minute burst. Boom. Okay. It's not as easy as, okay, I turn my hips in his age. The actual energy is the connection. To me, we're going to examine the entry move. You go this way too. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now here we're also working. You see the circle and you see the square. Okay, so there's never one without the other two. Okay? And Ichizuchi Sensei, the way that he learned this was, from what I understand, this is story. You know, Sensei would go to the Kingu dojo and train in the dark. And those Sensei would use a black boxing. So it was purely just sensing, right? Okay? If he's going to come in this direction, then, you know, we have a variety of things. Now I'm doing a little bit more what I call, they're formless after a while. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if I look at Osensei, he was kind of in this particular. I mean, if he's going to cut here, I made a wrong mistake. It's right in the middle of it. You readjust. Okay. So what we're going to do, we've done the triangle. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is the circular motion. Okay. Now, the first time I ever felt it, I got called up by Ichizuchi Sensei, and you know, he did that motion. My perception was the circle is space, and he traveled through space. Yeah. Now turn into cut. Boom. So this is the beginning of the circle, which also is turning. Okay. You squat.
Yeah.
Come on, quick. The connection takes place basically here. His energy and my energy, we come together in the energetic state or shield of the circle. All right. He comes in here. The circle can neutralize coming in here. He tries to stand up, and all of a sudden you see the square comes in. Triangle, circle, square. Triangle, circle, square. Triangle, circle, square. But we're studying now the circle. Not quite a full 180. That's, but it comes out of the triangle. Triangle is loose, easy, but focus. Okay. And this is kind of like a yokel touch with the back up. All right. Okay. That's the circle. Okay. So it's your boat. Oh, that's the boat then. Okay. Okay, stand partner. Okay. Now, what would you want the circle? A great shot blocker. Game on green is the circle of the warrior defense. He gets a lot of shots. Lots of shots for a guy who's only 6'6", versus 7'3" wingspan helps. Okay. Not how big you are, it's how big you play. But see, the circle, what I kind of noticed here is like, you just come on in. Look. Honestly, I think because he sense that he was over there, so I got the sense the circle was about travel. Oh, it's almost like there's an energy circle spiral. He wrote it there. It was I still remember it because it was very, very vivid. I had no preconception, but that was supposed to happen, and I just hoped I didn't get killed, but that's another thing. Okay, keep going. And one of the things right here, which is coming in, we can go this way too. All right. No, we don't get this too much in Taijutsu, but you can't that way. All right. It's a circle. But it's done in 2 steps. Triangle. Circle. Come on. Where we're going to do that. Yeah. Okay. 3 major archetypes. Plum bamboo pine, that's a Japanese sort of, I don't know exactly what it is. All right. Yeah. And what we're going to do next is the squirrel. Yeah. Easy. Okay. I know you probably studied kind of the Iwama system, which is actually quite good. I spent 5 days in Iwama, but I'd also had quite a background in Shotokan. I mean, I never made the black belt, but I was the brown belt, right? And it struck me that a lot of the swords, it's kind of like 1 and 2 step sparring. It was very prearranged. That was good. Hikijuchi Sensei stuff was, again, he learned it from O Sensei. when they would go one-on-one in the dark. No sense they had a black sword in the dark. So it was all about senses. If you're going to come in like this, if you're going to come in, you're going to come in, and right, right. If you push it away, good. Something else. Now, so after a while, you stop and feel. How'd we get here? I have no idea. But I don't want to have an idea. I want to be in the moment, sensing and feeling. Okay? Okay, let's everybody come back here for a bit. Now your right-sided stance gets you the big step. Okay, but let's see, all right, now here, boom, what I'm having to do is to go to the other side. It's a harder move, but it's a little bit more like your basic kind of hinkle. Okay? Yeah. Come on, just easy. Okay? Okay? And one of the things, why don't you have a seat for a second? What games did you play sometimes? The universe is a river. It flows, has an accord with itself. There are a lot of little currents going on in it. But all of those little currents are part of a larger unity, you might call it a river. The unity of the wave comes out of even greater unity of the ocean itself. So right now, you're kind of in an energy field state. Now, the universe is vast, okay? And trying to figure the whole universe out. Well, on the other hand, I'm right here. We all come out of the universe, so therefore we have the universe to some degree. The template for the universe is inside us. Mind, body, hard to kind of say this. Okay, Paramahansa Yogananda, the study, there's different traditions. Hindu yoga is basic, his guru said, hey, Yogananda, you have God inside you. You don't know that right now, so you're studying with me. And Yogananda says, how in this frail body could I be God? Of course, the guru says, that's what we're working on here. So there's a greater than equal to whatever it is. That's basic math. So, what we're doing, we're studying the movement of energy. It all comes out of somewhat a universal template. And, what's going on right this moment around you, through you. And again, Sensei taught Hikizuchi Sensei by taking him out at night, sword to sword or bokken to bokken, actually. And Sensei's bokken was black. So it was all about sensing. In fact, there's an area where I don't think, different traditions, okay, different, Sensei here, Sensei there, Sensei this place. Okay, you have Doctor Who. And how many seasons and how many people have played that role? Okay. So he's, in this dojo, he's this version of the Doctor, this version of the Doctor. So, to the point where, I remember it this way. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I remember Tom Baker wore a floppy hat and wore a scarf, okay? All right. And John Pertwee was kind of dressed up like a dandy and did a lot of stuff in vehicles. Yeah. And then there were the more recent doctors, okay? So the archetype, the universal traveler, horrible situation, the universal genius able to resolve craziness in the universe. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to that degree, was since you might have had a little bit more, let me examine all this stuff here. All right. Well, conversely, I'm trying to pass something on here because I'm free of that place, so I can explore a little bit more about this. So, you know, it's crazy that way. And to some degree, the doctor was the doctor, but on the other hand, who are his assistants? And he'd play off the assistants. One of my favorites was this lady, Louise Jameson, who played this warrior lady named Leela. And she was great. I mean, she was kind of like, you know, I mean, she would have these Janus thorns and throw them and kill people. And talks about, no more Janus thorns. You're too quick to kill, you know. And he was very different with her than he was with the other assistants, right? So, you know, I'm not sure the Doctor Who theory explains those things, but he was the whole pantheon of doctors. And if we could regenerate or reincarnate, each time we're reincarnated, we might examine a different level of our personality, our soul, our psyche, whatever. Okay? So, you know, we're up to, all right? Now, really, what happens so that, you know, there's always the circle, there's always the triangle, and there's also a square. Just is. Okay, if you have to kind of what are we working on right now? We're working on individually how you might see things, okay? But most of the way I was trained, all right, you could argue, he never got anything, but he just kind of threw calling me out. It's all about sensing. He explained very little, okay? Now he's going to come in and cut. Let's do that again, and we're going to be right here. Now the square, come on. It's a little different. It's stable, isn't it? There's something to push against. No, easy. Triangle, circle, square. We're going to build a wall before there's an invasion. Of course, you know, Trump tried that at the border. I don't like walls. Okay, personally. All right, but sometimes they're useful. All right, so right here, under the arm. Now, for example, if I'm a little late, then we have the triangle, circle, and then we get to the square. That's normal training, okay? What I'm trying to do is educate you in the archetypes. Triangle. Yetai fuhai na taisei. Come on. Principle, believe it or not, of being undefeated. Okay? Circle. Bamboo. Come on. The center's empty. And line. Radially symmetrical. No front or back, it just is. Okay? Kojima Sensei had a very different way of explaining triangle, circle, square. Okay? And they all come out of Osensei to some degree. You can go back and enter. You can go here, you can go this way, you can go this way. All right, and he's going to come in here, and all of a sudden, the circular pattern again. So you get a facility for shifting archetypes. I'm the triangle, that's correct. I'm the circle, that's correct. I'm the square, that's correct. But who are you really? You're really, you know, we'll go over here. And boom, boom, boom. You exist in the moment as all of them, and you move freely within all of them. And then that particular sense of it, one of the things about the circle has no center. The bamboo, the center of the bamboo is empty, isn't it? And then you get to the square, which has no front or back. So if he is coming in at some point, I say, okay. And you want to stand there. Part of what Osensei calls, fancier term, the universe, is kind of the unity that the triangle, circle, square, patterns of energy have with each other. Well, the universe is a triangle. Yes, it is. It's a circle. Yes, it is. It's a square. Yes, it is. But you have three sects or three religions that are at war. All right? The unity. Kind of the truth is in the unity of it, the being of that unity, not just the knowledge of it. So we're kind of working here. So what I want him to do is raise and pause your, now if he cuts, and this will start. So he's smart enough to go, okay. And if we kind of look at this, it's like the wave. Oh. Back foot. Enters. Cover your head and face. If he, for example, cuts too shallow right through, good. You're adaptable. All right. But ideally, raise fully so you feel the energy. Okay. All right. Same partner. Okay, now one of the things that's important, okay, we're going to reverse roles a little bit. And this position. Okay, now again. Okay, now right there, there's the weight in your back leg that's holding you back. Yeah, so now you're starting to feel the wave build. Okay. Now, if you're holding that way, the wave can't build. Your own system is a conduit to the energy. Okay, so that's good. It helps to, okay, now I'm going to attack and things then. Okay, now I'm going to lose my wrist, make it more serious. Under the elbows. Okay. Now, loosen up. Loosen up. Not just think about loosening. Loosen but focus. Oh, the wave starts. Right? And now you're right there. Come on. Comes from underneath.
Okay.
So if you're raising, raise. Comes from under. Right. And now if you're looking at the wave, it doesn't materialize. It's just, now it's better. Okay, you get to be president of the United States or you're the State of the Union. And you want to be reelected, you want to some degree be just at the same time. Okay? So you want to be writing wave. Yep. It appears the wave is here, but you have to be writing it. Yeah, feel that one?
Yeah.
Underneath both arms.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why, in some sense, I mean, Sensei apparently was pretty tricky in a certain way, right? I mean, obviously in certain places, okay, this is a shape, this is a form, other places like, this appears to be formless, but it's not.
Yeah.
You see the feeling of it? Right there?
It feels like we're reading Nage.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And not,
Yeah.
not catching the wave on the reading Nage is clothesline.
That's correct.
Okay.
The clothesline is just a different shape. Clothesline is a laser beam. That's an older style. Direct tokusatsu. Okay, you got a steel plate. I got a laser.
Okay.
You see that feeling a little bit, right? And the steel plate is keeping you dumb. I want you to learn that steel plate is limited, so I'm gonna not fry you, but I'm gonna cut through it. That's tokusatsu. That's tricky. Okay. Huh? Now, one of the things right here, the wave. Okay. Now, one of the things, for example, I'm going to reverse roles. I'm going to attack. Okay. Other foot. Yeah. You want to keep that foot in reserve. It's like stepping in too quick for Luminage and realize, whoops. Okay. So again. Okay. Now, physical placement's good. The wave. And now he's getting that there's an energy associated with it. So why did Sensei do the black sword at night? Well, you couldn't make a form out of it, could you? You had to just absolutely feel what was going on. Okay? I mean, this Saito Sensei, he was a form guy. I think he understood the form of it well. He categorized it well. Okay? He just, had a university education. He was a bit more into some of the more esoteric stuff. So, taught differently. Okay? Doctor Who season 3, Doctor Who season 8, whatever it is, they're still Doctor Who. You see what I mean? So one of the things here, again, when you're staring at it, the wave collapses. Outside. Okay, and when you pull away, the wave reverses on you. And when you try that, then what happens? You get stamped in the face, okay? So your physical movement there in the last one is correct. But put you in the dark, facing a black sword. What's the purpose of it? There's a wave. You're riding the wave. You can get the form right, you still flunk. And there's no score or anything being taken. Okay? So you're hiding behind your sword. Which I'm sure you could teach the sense to do all that probably. He never talked about it because it was like, I know I got it all from the beginning. Well, right. And proper placement.
Okay.
And you don't want that. You want the other foot forward. Well, that's really not a mistake. Step too quick. And then you need to step, you take it.
This foot first. Okay.
Your back foot moves. Cover your face and your chin. You're right there. Technically, you're correct. You know, if you're doing a karate kata by yourself, I'm saying you got it. Now, on the other hand, we're going to put you into a situation where there's two people, and you've got to at least relate the form to somebody else, and that's in which case, right now, you're kind of flunking. Okay. See, the most important thing right here is that this is kind of, you know, this is kind of, no, no, you're not going to do something. Relationship, the river, all those little currents and streams are part of greater unity. Triangle, circles, they're just individual streams, but they're important ones. It's like, you know, this and that and this, they all meet and then they become ta-da, but they have, all right? And of course, but the truth is they're all superimposed right here. All right, if he's going to come in this direction, then you know, right there, come on in and cut. Now ride the circle until this is square. It's very loose, okay? But raise, come on in, raise, come on. First of all, put this under both arms. Okay? Now, visualize sense away. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to do a slow step in and put it all together. Now, okay. Now you've got the idea and the beginnings of the form, but you don't have the wave yet. And what happens, the more you think about it and stare at it, easy. That's the beginnings of it. You see the difference right there? Right? Here comes the grabs my. What did I just do? I created a situation where everything is just set. You see the wave shape here, don't you? All right. Now he's going to come cut and he go boom. Right there. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Where are we? We are somewhere. Okay. Let's say the universe is an ever-changing, ever-renewing construct with an infinite amount of subcurrent, subflows that all are part of the unity of the larger. Okay, so on the map, we're uke, nage, uke. We're playing at being a part of that unity. Okay? And if you're going to understand that, you might need some algorithms. So it's going to say triangle, circle, square. Okay? And to some degree, one of the things, you got to know the form enough. But then again, the form has to be somewhat applicable to the situation, which is alive. So easy, loose, but not sloppy. Open, but not open in a dumb way. Soft eyes, see the whole room. The last one, let's just leave that one there, right? You have a wave here, don't you? I go into a dark room, I can't see, but I know where the light switch is. Okay. I may stumble there, but I think I make sure that I'm not running to the light switch so I can trip. Yeah, I know it's around here somewhere. Okay. And that's a lot of what you want. If you know it too much, you make rules like this is the sacred light switch. Yeah. And there's another light switch over here. Another light switch here. Pick out from okay. So if he's coming in, and after a while, of course, you can say, okay, the whole thing is, there are light switches, but can you sense what's going on here? So, see this the water gathering itself before it forms the wave. This is the pinwheel effect of the wave. Okay, this is a larger circle of the wave. And it's a green. This is the fact that sometimes, you have a feel that something's coming at you, you are proactive about it. You're not waiting to wrestle with it, okay? You're establishing with your attitude a unity already. Okay, so those are all things that are important, okay? Everybody likes the form. If you have a social gathering, okay, this is a bingo night. It's a form. All right? We have a social night. We're going to watch the Warriors blow it. Okay. On the big screen. Okay. It's what I mean, the form, the event. But the universe is an ongoing, self-renewing thing. And we tend to create this and lock it in. So it's easier here. I give us too much weight out here. It rebounds on me. Good. It's almost like by being together in that sense where, the unity of itself exists between, it's like quantum physics, okay? Newton gave the universe a body, weight, mass, gravity, apple fall. Einstein gave it a mind, space-time. Matter, energy, relativity, okay? Jung studied as if the universe had a psyche. Or Sensei unified them. That's my thought. Did he win a Nobel Prize? No. In fact, he didn't get much out of it at all, in the fact that there's pictures up there. Why? Because certain journeys, you're on that journey just because you have to be. It ties together with who you are. And so right about here, for example, the unity of the river, the unity of water gathering, unity of the whole thing compressing, expanding in and of itself like that. And then there we are with access to all of it. So being easy with that. We're in the matter dimension in an I. Okay, so let's just be easy. There are other levels of I on this journey to self. And the matter and the energy, to some degree, are somewhat calibrated to who we are. Here, this is a heavy, contentious world. There's a little bit, or a glimmer of things every once in a while. Somebody's throwing me, just something gratuitous. No, I'm starting to find my own voice. Oh, okay, boom and boom. All right. So we're kind of doing okay, so what are we doing? We're examining three pretty important algorithms. Yeah, okay. No, but I just thought all I had to do is learn all these techniques for our next promotion. Yeah, that's part of the game too. It's called a business model. Okay, good, no problem. But who am I? Who are you? How do I fit into the larger universe? and essentially talks about the universe having a unity with itself, a harmony with itself. And here we are going this way when, according to that algorithm, there's a possibility of something different. So that's what we're trying to explore here, okay, now. And I want to get to this before the closest thing we had to a kind of a set triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle. Now he was thinking about cutting my legs. There's so much like, we play games, and so it's nice to sort of know, in the good old days, the Warriors, Klay Thompson knew what his teammates were doing. There was almost like an empathy there. Unfortunately, there was punch thrown in training camp. So what happened? We got a team that basically was battling concussion for the whole year. Okay, predictable results. First one, in. Second, here. Third, here. Okay. Triangle. Not as deep an entry, circle. Square. The first time I ever saw Hikisuchi Sensei do that, put that in. Okay. I saw Irinu Nage. I said, Jack, what do you think? And I didn't quite know what to say. I said, Irinu Nage. And went, okay. Okay, all right. So let's go. Ah. A cliff. All right. You don't want to have that loop right there. Why? Because on a bad day, you're going to put somebody right there. I did it. Okay. I know. Guy named Mike Scott, I went, whack. So one of the things is, boom. Yep. Now here, yeah, we can go this way. All right, now if you put that down, okay, and we'll go this way. One action. This current going that way, subcurrent going this way. There's a walk here, but there's a unity of the river, isn't there? Just because one's going that way and the other one's going that way, there's no reason for the two to be at war. All right, there's an obstacle. Right? One's going around, one's going past. Okay. So if you do that, you're gonna, on a bad day, you're gonna club them in the face. All right. Okay. All right. So. Okay, now take it very slow, which is the hard one. Okay. Turn your body. Yeah. See the circle? Now you're so quick, I'm gonna have to go to the dentist and I'll be cursing you, so you don't need that. No. Not that way. That way. It's showing me a better way. I'm coming in this way. Okay, that's good. But now right there, there's one of the things right here. For example, I go this way,
Yeah.
Huh? I'm just trying to, we may not agree politically, but we are both Americans. No, we're not. You're a Nazi and I'm a, whatever. See what I mean?
Right.
Okay, so. And hold there for a bit. Breathe. Just let them stop. I got you. I got our approach to filibuster. Careful here. Whatever you do is recorded in history. How do you want to be remembered? Okay. You're pointing that out to me. We're about to do something kind of dumb, like start an insurrection in office. Hold there for a bit. Relax. Okay, good. Relax. Oh, no. Okay, good. Keep going. The wave doesn't stop, does it?
No.
No, it doesn't go out here. Right. Boom. Huh? You know, after that was a boom, 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 boom. You forget all that stuff, you know, what we're gonna do right here is just, come on, good. Gonna do that. Huh? Yeah. Let go. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's okay. We're gonna bob out in just a second. Now, in your regular training, all that's going on is business as usual. Okay. And you're easy there. The whole universe is unfolding right now. Too idealistic. I'm too liberal. My next class, I come back and I'm a Nazi. I need some freedom. Oh, vice versa. Go easy right there. Get your breathing. Get your shoulders. Get your jaw. What are we holding on to here? Get your sense of space. This space is so free that all this is going on. The river itself, there's how many different tributaries on it, but there's a unity of each one of them called river. Okay? And last year, the Warriors won everything and shocked the world. And there was an incident in training camp, and the whole team got a concussion. So what do we have this year? But it's almost like, you know, we wind up walking around in a concussion, trying to figure out ourselves. It's hard. It'll be easy there. Loose but not sloppy. Place where you're letting the river unfold. Each of the currents is part of the unity here. And so we examined three major themes in that. So the universe was the river. You get the triangle, you get the circle, you get the square. Iku musubi, taru musubi, tamatsume musubi. And it has a fancy name called Doka no Sanshin, the three forces of creation. Generative power, harmonization, completion, balance. Make the balance go too rigid. This can't freely move, and this becomes like a gun. All right. There's a triangle, the circle, and the square. They're loose and easy with one another. But the training is, to all of a sudden you need the triangle, boom. All of a sudden Superman needs to fly, okay. All of a sudden Superman needs to shoot lasers out. All of a sudden there's a big fire, he needs to cool it off. He's not going to necessarily use his X-ray heat vision when things are burning up. Okay, and he's not going to freeze people when they're freezing to death. He's going to, none of us are Superman, but that's kind of that area right there. Triangle, direct. Circle, you have tact. Square, you're working for a true balance, not just for your ego. And that's hard. I want to be right. All right. I mean, I follow the Warriors this year and think, what's going on here? And like, okay, yeah. They got about as far as they were supposed to get, because if you have a unity and all of a sudden somebody gives it a concussion, it's not going to function. And I was like, yeah, that's right. All right. So the concussions we're talking about are limitations that the I creates. So the I is loose, easy, free, but not out of control. We need different personas to function. Okay, you function as the triangle. You're a point guard. You function as the circle. You're the coach and you integrate everybody. You function as the square. You're the owner that puts the right people in charge and leaves them to do what they're supposed to do. As best I can explain it using modern terms. And the triangle and the circle and square are present, ever present. As the universe is ever present, and as we are ever present, coming out of the universe. All right? Kojima Sensei saw them differently. He saw the triangle as kogeki, attack, because that's the spirit. And he saw the circle as mitsubiki, which is guidance. And then he saw the square as kawada, which is change. I don't want things to change. Well, that's what they're going to change anyway. So let's have a balance with ourselves. So we tip the scales towards good change. Okay? So, within the forms we're doing, there's actually a lot of useful stuff. And so when you're doing your basic Aikido, the archetypes are there. That's why I say, Jung gave the universe a body. Einstein gave it a mind. Jung gave it a psyche. Well, Sensei, believe it or not, I believe he can excite them all together. Unified field theory. That's Aikido, ideally. Okay? Okay. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind putting that away for me. Thank you. What? Yeah, well. Okay. Hearing aid. Okay. David, before I walk out, good this stuff. Good idea.